Capricorn, you've been climbing silently for years, building your world one brick at a time, even when no one was watching. You faced challenges that would have broken others, but your strength only grew sharper with every storm. And now the universe is shifting in your favor. You're standing at the edge of a powerful turning point where everything you've worked for begins to align. The waiting, the lessons, the setbacks, they weren't delays, they were divine preparation. The phase of stillness is over, and movement has begun. You're not just stepping into a new chapter, you're rising into your next level. So, Capricorn, stay with me until the very end of this video, because what's coming next will reveal exactly when and how your big move is about to unfold. Before we dive deep, if you find this video informative, make sure to subscribe my channel and hit the like button so you never miss more Capricorn insights. Now, let's begin. For months, Saturn, your ruling planet, has been putting you through lessons of patience and endurance. Saturn represents time, karma, and mastery, and now it begins to align with Jupiter, the planet of expansion and luck. When these two energies come together, something extraordinary happens. Saturn gives you the structure, Jupiter brings the opportunity. Together, they create a cosmic environment for breakthrough success. Between late October and January, this energy reaches its peak, opening doors that have been closed for too long. This could manifest as a major career shift, a relocation, or a decision that completely redefines your sense of purpose. You might not see the full picture right away, but every instinct within you will say, "This is it." You'll start noticing subtle but clear signs of transition. Unexpected calls, job offers, new partnerships, or intuitive urges to make bold choices. These aren't coincidences. The universe is setting the stage for your next step. Unlike past years, where you had to fight for every inch of progress, this time the movement feels natural. You're not pushing against resistance anymore. You're being guided by alignment. This is your cue to trust the process. You don't need to rush, but you do need to listen. For some Capricorns, this big move will appear as a literal relocation, perhaps a new home, a change of city, or even an international opportunity. For others, it's more symbolic, an emotional or professional shift that frees you from what has been weighing you down. The truth is, you've outgrown many spaces around you. The people, routines, or responsibilities that once made sense may now feel heavy or outdated. That's not failure, that's evolution. The lunar eclipse approaching in mid-November will act as a mirror, showing you what's been holding you back. It might reveal a truth you've been avoiding, or it could bring a moment of release that changes your path entirely. What feels like an ending will actually be your liberation. Capricorn, your practical nature has always been your strength, but during this transition, your intuition becomes your compass. Logic will guide your plans, but intuition will guide your timing. You've spent years building the right conditions for success. Now you need to trust that inner voice that says, "It's time." The move you're about to make won't come from fear or impulse. It will come from deep inner knowing. The universe doesn't want you to act recklessly. It wants you to move confidently in the direction of your growth. As Saturn continues to harmonize with Jupiter, you'll begin to feel a surge of empowerment. Confidence returns. Decisions become easier. You'll finally stop second-guessing yourself. Financial opportunities begin to expand as you enter this phase, especially from November onward. You may attract promotions, investments, or collaborations that align with your long-term vision. What was once stagnant will start flowing again. The energy you've poured into hard work, often unnoticed, will now gain visibility. Recognition, appreciation, and progress are not far away. If you've been planning a new business, creative venture, or a major financial step, the months from November to January hold golden potential. The universe will support decisive action now. Just remember, opportunities may not come wrapped in perfection. They'll come in motion, in momentum. Take the first step, even if everything isn't crystal clear yet. Clarity grows through action, not waiting. Meanwhile, Pluto's powerful influence continues to reshape your inner world in ways you might not have even realized yet. It's as if the universe has slowly been clearing out the clutter from the hidden rooms of your heart, removing the outdated emotions, the heavy attachments, and the relationships that no longer match your vibration. You're being guided to release, to heal, and to make space for something far more aligned with your soul's next chapter. You might notice a strange sense of emotional distance lately. The people, hobbies, or routines that once gave you comfort may now feel different. Not wrong, just less alive. That's Pluto at work, transforming your emotional DNA. The planet of rebirth is teaching you that not everything familiar is meant to last forever. Sometimes peace comes not from holding on, but from letting go with grace. Relationships are shifting in profound ways. Some will fade quietly, as if they've completed their purpose in your story. Others, however, will deepen to a level of authenticity and trust you've never experienced before. These are the connections that will walk with you into your new destiny. The people who see your growth, not your past. You're entering a stage where quality matters infinitely more than quantity. You no longer crave constant company or surface-level validation. You crave truth, presence, and mutual respect. And this realization is not loneliness. It's emotional maturity at its finest. For some Capricorns, this transformation may bring closure, an ending that once scared you, but now feels liberating. For others, it will bring emotional renewal, a new spark within old bonds, or the arrival of someone who truly understands your journey. Either way, Pluto is purifying your emotional landscape to match the version of you that's rising. You're not losing people, you're shedding layers. Every goodbye, every revelation, every sudden realization is part of the divine plan to align you with your higher path. You're being rebuilt from the inside out, emotionally, spiritually, and energetically, so that your next big move is rooted in clarity, authenticity, and power. Now, as Mercury aligns with Pluto, something magical and empowering begins to unfold. Your voice, once cautious and calculated, is becoming bold, fearless, and unapologetically true. This cosmic union is giving you the courage to speak your mind with conviction. You're no longer afraid of shaking things up because deep down you know truth is your new power. You'll start noticing how easy it becomes to express your needs, boundaries, and desires without guilt. Where you once stayed quiet to keep the peace, you now realize that silence doesn't serve your growth. You're learning that peace built on suppression isn't peace at all. It's pressure waiting to explode. This phase marks a powerful shift in communication, not just with others, but with yourself. You're being honest about what you truly want, what you're done tolerating, and what kind of life you're ready to claim. That honesty, that unfiltered self-awareness is what draws success toward you like a magnet. People around you will begin to notice this change. They'll see your assertiveness, your calm confidence, and your ability to stand firm in your truth. You'll start commanding respect without demanding it. That's the beauty of this energy. It's not loud or arrogant, it's quietly powerful. And here's what's even more fascinating. Mercury and Pluto together don't just improve your words, they transform the impact of those words. Your communication becomes deeper, more persuasive, and more magnetic. Whether it's in your career, relationships, or social life, your words now carry weight. They move people. They open doors. This is all part of your big move, because your transformation isn't just about changing locations, jobs, or goals. It's about changing your frequency. The more you align your voice with your truth, the more opportunities will flow to you. You'll no longer chase validation or approval. Instead, you'll attract genuine respect and loyal connections that match your energy. Every time you choose to speak up instead of staying silent, you're sending a signal to the universe. I'm ready to live in alignment with my purpose. And when Capricorn commits to that level of authenticity, there's truly nothing that can stop you. What makes this moment truly special is that everything you're about to experience has been years, even decades, in the making. This isn't a lucky break or a sudden twist of fate. This is destiny arriving on schedule. Capricorn, you've been walking a path that few could endure, a path that demanded patience, sacrifice, and quiet strength when the world wasn't watching. You've climbed this mountain inch by inch, often in silence, carrying weights no one else could see. While others were chasing shortcuts, you were building foundations. And that's what makes this turning point so profound. You didn't stumble upon success. You constructed it, one decision, one sacrifice, one sleepless night at a time. Capricorns rarely experience overnight miracles. You don't rise by chance. You rise by consistency, grit, and faith in your long-term vision. The delays, the rejections, the setbacks, they weren't punishments. They were refinements. Every challenge forced you to toughen your resolve, to clarify your goals, and to master patience. You didn't just survive, you evolved. Think back to the times when nothing seemed to move forward, when it felt like life was testing your limits. Those moments weren't wasted. Psychologically and astrologically, Capricorns are ruled by Saturn, the planet of time, discipline, and endurance. That means your blessings never arrive too early. They come when you've truly earned them. And now the timing is finally aligning with your effort. This phase is not about luck. It's about divine timing meeting unwavering effort. It's the moment the universe says, "You've done the work. Now step into your reward." Every failure you thought set you back was actually pushing you towards something greater. Every person who walked away was clearing your path. Every delay was divine preparation. Your resilience is your superpower. You don't just recover from difficulties. You rebuild stronger, wiser, and more unshakable each time. When life knocks you down, you rise, not in anger, but with quiet determination. You've learned to take pain and turn it into purpose. You've learned to take endings and turn them into evolution. Now, as the cosmic energies align, you're entering a period where everything you've invested, your effort, your patience, your emotional endurance, begins to compound. It's like the universe has been holding your rewards in reserve, waiting for the exact moment you were strong enough to receive them. And that moment is now. You'll soon see how every no was a redirection, how every closed door was protecting you from something not meant for your long-term growth. The dots are connecting. The past is finally making sense. And what's most inspiring is that your rise won't just be material. It will be spiritual and emotional too. You'll feel more aligned, more centered, more you than ever before. So when this big move unfolds, whether it's a new opportunity, a shift in purpose, or a massive change in direction, remember this truth. It didn't just happen. You built it, you earned it, you called it in. Your story is the perfect example of Saturn's law. Slow growth builds unshakable empires, and right now your empire is ready to rise. Now, Capricorn, the waiting phase is officially over. It's time to act. The universe has moved the pieces into place, but the final move, that's yours. This is your cue to step into motion, to decide with clarity what your big move truly means for you. For some, it might be a physical relocation, a new city, a fresh start, a change of environment that matches your new vibration. For others, it could be launching a project you've been dreaming about for years, or finally prioritizing your own peace over pleasing others. Whatever it is, define it clearly. Don't let it stay a vague dream floating in your mind. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Make it tangible. When you take your dreams from thought to paper, you signal to your subconscious and to the universe that you're serious. The act of defining is the first step of creation. Capricorn, you're ruled by Saturn, the planet of structure, time, and manifestation through discipline. That means your magic doesn't come from wishing, it comes from doing. The universe responds to momentum, not hesitation. Even the smallest consistent actions will begin to trigger powerful shifts. You don't have to make a dramatic leap overnight. Just take the first step, the phone call, the plan, the vision board, the schedule. Once energy begins to move, the universe joins in. Start by clearing your physical and emotional space. Declutter your surroundings, your home, your workspace, even your digital life. Remove anything that no longer reflects where you're heading. Energy flows best through clean, intentional spaces. As you organize the outer world, your inner world begins to settle and align too. The clearer your environment, the clearer your direction becomes. Then, organize your goals. Separate them into categories: short-term, medium-term, and long-term. Ask yourself, what can I do today that will bring me one step closer to my next level? It could be sending that email, completing that unfinished task, or even just journaling about what you truly desire. Remember, you're not chasing perfection. You're cultivating progress. And don't forget the emotional side of preparation. This is the perfect time to release emotional clutter. The doubts, fears, and old stories that whisper, "You're not ready." You are ready. You've been preparing for this all along. Every lesson, every loss, every slow season, they've all been training you for this very moment. Let go of what belongs to your past self and open space for your evolved self to lead. This process of preparation is not just practical, it's energetic communication. When you take action, you send a powerful message to the universe. I'm ready. I'm no longer waiting. I'm aligning. And when you do that, opportunities start to find you. The right people appear. Synchronicities increase. Suddenly, everything that once felt distant begins to move closer. Think of it this way. The universe is like a dance partner. It doesn't move until you take the first step. The moment you begin, the rhythm begins to match you. Every small action, no matter how ordinary it seems, carries spiritual weight. Whether it's making that phone call, updating your resume, committing to a new routine, or even simply believing again, it counts. Capricorn, your big move doesn't have to look dramatic from the outside. Sometimes the biggest moves happen quietly, inside your heart, inside your mindset. It could be the decision to finally trust yourself, to stop apologizing for your ambition, or to let go of the fear of failure. Because here's the truth. Once you decide, the universe decides with you. So take this as your sign. This is your green light moment. You've done the work, you've waited your turn. Now it's time to walk through the door you've been preparing for all along. And when you do, everything you've been manifesting will start to fall into place, piece by piece, just like it always does for you. Your big move isn't just coming, it's becoming. It's completely natural to feel nervous, Capricorn. After all, big changes always stir something deep within us. That flutter in your chest, that tension in your stomach. It's not just fear, it's energy preparing to move. What many people don't realize is that fear and excitement often feel almost identical in the body. The same adrenaline rushes through your system, the same heartbeat quickens, the same alertness heightens your senses. The only difference lies in your interpretation. So reframe it. You're not afraid, you're ready. Your soul recognizes that something greater is coming, and your body is simply responding to that anticipation. You've climbed countless mountains before, Capricorn, and each time you've reached the top stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. This is just another climb, another test of your endurance and faith. You were born to face challenges, not to avoid them. The path ahead might look steep, but you already carry the strength, discipline, and inner guidance to make it to the summit. You've built your life on persistence, and that persistence has never failed you. Now it's time to channel that same determination into courage. Courage doesn't mean you don't feel fear. It means you move forward despite it. Every great success story begins with uncertainty, and you, Capricorn, are writing yours right now. So when doubt tries to whisper that you're not ready, remind yourself you've already proven your strength through patience, endurance, and self-control. Now it's your time to prove it through bravery, by taking that step forward even when the outcome isn't fully visible. Trust that every ounce of effort will be worth it. The summit waiting for you isn't just an external achievement. It's a reflection of who you've become along the journey. You're not the same person who started this climb. You're wiser, stronger, and more aligned with your purpose than ever before. And as you move toward this new chapter, remember, the universe rewards those who act, not those who wait. Your courage is the key that will unlock everything you've been working for. As you move through this season, remember to stay grounded in faith. Trust that not knowing every detail doesn't mean you're lost. It means you're aligned with divine timing. The universe doesn't reveal everything at once. It unfolds as you walk the path. Each decision will bring new opportunities, and each step will reveal the next. By the end of this cycle, you'll look back and realize that what you thought were risks were actually redirections toward your destiny. You are entering a time of powerful manifestation and reward. You've carried heavy burdens, learned painful lessons, and stayed patient through uncertainty. Now, those experiences are turning into blessings. The big move you're about to make, whether it's in career, location, relationships, or personal evolution, will mark the beginning of a brand new era in your life. This is your reward season, Capricorn. You're not being tested anymore. You're being elevated. As you step into this energy, let go of the old timelines, the old versions of yourself, and the expectations that no longer fit who you're becoming. The climb you've been making all along wasn't toward a goal. It was toward your highest self. Everything that once felt heavy will start to feel purposeful. You'll finally see how every delay and detour served a higher plan. And as you move forward, keep this truth close to your heart. When nothing is certain, everything is possible. You're not walking into the unknown, you're walking into alignment. The stars are finally clearing your path, and the only thing left to do is take that step. You're not just about to make a big move, Capricorn. You already have. The shift has begun, and it's carrying you exactly where you were always meant to be.